I keep telling you guys, the takeover is here. Caitlin Clark, brand new commercial, fire. Brand new commercial, fire. She is working off the floor, booked and busy. Y'all keep talking about who's doing this and who's doing that. Nobody doing it bigger than CC right now, man. This new ad is fire. We already saw her. We saw her go to New York for the speaking engagement. We got the golf tour coming. Like it's nonstop. USA basketball will be coming up. She's getting ready to destroy the WNBA.
It looks like Caitlin Clark just put out this ad, right? And the internet went crazy over it. Seriously, it caused a big stir and proved once more that she can conquer more than just basketball courts. This isn't just an ad. That's a big claim. With its retro look, Caitlin's courts ad is exciting and stands out, and it went viral very quickly. It makes her an even stronger competitor, not just in sports but also in the crazy world of marketing promotions. Fans love the pictures and are calling them hard and fire. Everyone can't wait to get their hands on the goods. But what's really cool about this ad is how it showed how much power she really has. Don't think about taking it easy during the off-season. Clark's huge business is about to go off the rails. She has a level of strategic thinking that most players don't have. And to be honest, this new ad is just the start. It hints at a global dominance that will shock everyone and make them wonder how one person could change everything for good.
If you thought this was going to be a nice, calm off-season for her, does not seem to be the case. It does not seem to be the case that is going to be a calm off-season off the court, because it genuinely seems like it is. It's equally as busy as last year, if not more busy, which is crazy because I had no idea. You could get even busier off the court than Caitlin Clark was last year. I really, look, I've no doubt about it that she's working out.
Listen up. The takeover that everyone has been talking about has turned into a real roar. This ad is just the most recent proof of that. Caitlin Clark is busy and has a lot of plans. She works non-stop away from the court. Really, look for someone who thinks she's taking a break. Clark is going faster while other players may be slowing down. Her plan makes no sense. There are important speaking events and maybe even a golf tour coming up. This steady pace isn't just to keep her brand alive. It's about proving that she is the best athlete in the world. She's very driven, which shows in both her basketball goals and the huge business she is building. In all honesty, this great ad, which shows how dominant she is in the market, barely scratches the surface of her incredible momentum.
She's getting ready to destroy the WNBA in 2026. Let's take a look and break all of this down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video as always. Let's take a look at this brand new Caitlin Clark ad commercial. It's fire. It's fire. Let's take a look at this.
Another strange thing is that the Caitlin's Court ad is a big reason why it went viral. They use lovely pictures that look old to draw you in. The whole campaign takes you back in time while still praising her power in the present. These powerful images really connect with fans, making an instant bond that goes beyond what you'd expect from sports marketing. Plus, they picked an old court on purpose because she is said to have used it for many shootings in the past, which added a cool touch of realism and nostalgia. It makes Caitlin's idea about going to court seem like a real part of her story, not just a fake way to promote her brand. This direction for the art is not by chance. Her already huge fame will only grow thanks to this smart move.
Busy as last year, if not more busy, which is crazy because I had no idea. You could get even busier off the court than Caitlin Clark was last year. I really, look, I've no doubt about it that she's working out. She's rehabbing. It's one of those things that I think everybody was saying it last year, and it was like that Caitlin never stopped working, and that was one of probably negative things in the end. you have to, like, rest is so important, and it's one of those things that I think maybe for the first time she probably...
But let's talk about it. There's more to this ad than just the beautiful pictures. It's an easy way to get to her quickly growing items business. Her first Instagram post about the campaign had links that led to stores like Dick's Sporting Goods. Fans who clicked on those links were taken to those stores. It was important for them to get a piece of the Clark fever. An awful lot of people want to buy it, so many have already started making plans. Some even want to wear their new Clark gear in movies that come after this one. This clear link between content that goes viral and real purchases shows how quickly and significantly Clark affects the economy. It shows that her influence goes far beyond the people who watch. People are starting to act on it in the real world. Her name isn't just something to strive for. A lot of people really want to own it.
And you see some of the other photos here. I mean, it's just it's gonna be a long off season, and I see people saying, "Oh man, she need to be bruh, she focused up." You think Caitlin Clark not focused up and rehabbing and training? You think she's not getting ready to humiliate these ladies on the floor next year? They got away with one this year. They got away with it this year. It's not gonna happen next year. It's not gonna happen next year. Look. Hey man, I gotta get me some Caitlin Clark merch, man. I definitely. You know what? While we're here,
Caitlin Clark is showing that she is more than just a generational talent, both on the court and in these ads. That woman is a real force of nature. The point of this ad isn't just to sell things. It makes me feel even more sure that she can't be stopped in any part of her life. Richard Jefferson has already said that Clark's impact on the game is on par with that of famous people like Magic Johnson and Steph Curry. That's a lot. It pretty much proves that she is the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. She's not even at her best in the WNBA yet. This isn't just making things up. With every move she makes, they truly appreciate her one-of-a-kind ability to change people's thoughts and hopes. There is no doubt that she has a huge impact.
Underestimate an 8-month off season. You can underestimate rest. You can underestimate things because it's very different than going from the college season where it's like, first of all, the games are at a lower level. You can coast, especially for a team like Iowa. You can coast in out-of-conference play. You can coast. You can play your way into shape, and it's like there's no playing your way into shape when you're facing Ryan Howard full court pressing you in game 2 and 3. Like that's just not a thing. When you're playing the full Liberty where they have Natasha Cloud full court pressing you, like that. That's not really something.
You know what her nickname means and why people use it? It's not just a catchy term. It shows how amazing her ability is to hold a big crowd's attention in ways we've never seen before. People are giving close attention, changing their plans, and putting all of their efforts into one area. It's all because of Caitlin Clark. Not just her longtime fans will see this ad. It's because she has put millions of dollars into the game. These are the people who know that she brings a lot of energy with her wherever she goes. She must be the reason for all the changes in the world, from TV numbers going up to items flying off the shelves. It says a lot about how she made a difference. It shows that her appearance alone is enough to get a lot of people interested. That is something that only a few athletes in history have ever done.
And you can actually get Caitlin Clark merch. I'm actually going to buy some Caitlin Clark merch tonight that you guys will see me wearing in a video soon. How about that? How about that? Let's take a look. We know Caitlin Clark went to New York City for a speaking engagement. She has some really good things to say out there. Let's take a look at some of the things Caitlin Clark had to say as she continues this off-season tour of being booked, busy, and you know, it's nonstop. It's on the go. This is the Caitlin Clark way. Let's take a look at this here.
Here's something else. Her most recent speech was in New York City. That wasn't just for pictures. That really was a lesson in business and leadership. She was speaking to a group of business leaders and people from the neighborhood. Clark didn't just talk about basketball. You understand. She talked about making something really important and figuring out how to run a business, which is a very hard thing to do. In the same way that she is intense, smart, and brave on the court, she does this. People were blown away by this honest look at her rise from Iowa beauty queen to successful businessman. Her ability to think strategically and her dedication to more than just being great at sports were shown. She's not just endorsing brands. She's constantly making plans for the future of her business.
There's no playing your way into shape when you're facing Ryan Howard full court pressing you in game 2 and 3. Like, that's just not a thing. When you're playing the full Liberty where they have Natasha Cloud full court pressing you. Like that's not really something that you can kind of prep for in college. Whereas in college you get like 3 or 4 months off and you can coast for a while. Versus in the pros, you get 8 months off and then you're flat out in. And this is, and obviously with that being said, she's still doing other things. So this is a promotion for, as far as I'm aware, Dick's Sporting Goods. So Caitlin's court.
Besides that, she already has a lot of relationships. It really is amazing. From her huge deal with Nike to her work with the LPGA, it all shows how versatile she is and how popular she is. People in the NFL and NBA have even been seen wearing shoes and boots. Designed by Caitlin Clark. That's a great support for a cross sport right there. And that really shows how appealing she is to everyone. Just think of how crazy things will get when her official CC logo sneakers finally come. This unprecedented growth into so many different types of sports shows her unique ability to go beyond the limits of standard sports. It shows that her brand connects with a lot of different types of people and competitive settings, making her a worldwide star.
Inspirational athlete. She's a force of nature, both on and off the court.
You hear that? A force of nature on and off the court. More than a generational athlete. We already saw Richard Jefferson talking about how she changed the game like Magic Johnson, Steph Curry. Like, we already know that she's the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, the GOAT already, before she even got there. That's her nickname, The Reason. She's the reason people are tuning in.
On October 29th, Caitlin took the stage at the Long Island Association annual fall luncheon, and the crowd couldn't get enough of her. The room was filled with business leaders.
Then you make this very risky prediction, right? That besides Michael Jordan, Caitlin Clark will sell more boots than anyone else. That's not just a casual chat either. That's a big problem for popular athletes like LeBron James and even Kobe Bryant, whose shoe lines are very well known. Because she believes she can outsell these giants in the market. There is a lot of excitement about her upcoming formal shoe release that is almost silly. If that prediction comes true, it will not only change the way sports endorsement deals work, but it will also make her a cultural icon with the same kind of effect as the best athletes in history.
I don't think she's made enough money that she realistically doesn't have to do a single thing. She doesn't have to lift a finger for the rest of her life, and she will live in luxury. And her kids will live in luxury. You can lose 10 million pretty easily. But yeah, that is something. But what do you guys think about the off season? Because this is always just one of those weird things where it's like everybody like, oh, you know, she needs to be in the gym more, and like, oh, all of this stuff. And I'm like, I think she was in.
Now, Caitlin Clark talks a lot about respect, community, and mentoring, even though she is famous and has a lot of business. She says these are at the heart of everything she does. People who have heard her talk say she is wise and inspiring, and they say she really wants to use her fame to help others get ahead. She talked about her amazing journey from breaking NCAA records to becoming famous all over the world. She also keeps saying that success is more than just what you do on your own. It's really about the people who help you and the things you leave behind. This kind of solid idea that runs through her personality is a big part of how people see her. Fans and critics alike really feel connected to it.
Basketball plays or highlight reels. It was about her journey. From her beginnings in Iowa, guide her in her growing business ventures. And that's what truly impressed the audience. Caitlin didn't just talk about the fame or the spotlight. She talked about building something meaningful. She's entering the business world with the same mindset that's made her an icon on the court. Intentional, smart, and fearless. She spoke about partnerships, brand opportunities, and how she's learning to navigate a new world of leadership and entrepreneurship. All while keeping her values.
You can already see she's getting a partnership thing.
Also, the fact that she can talk in public with such confidence, focus, and humility brings to light a major problem in the WNBA. There's this comment that causes some disagreement, but it's pretty clear. About 95% of WNBA players are not as well trained in the media and public speech as she is. By doing what he says, Clark shows others how it should be done. One thing she could do is set a new bar for how athletes should act professionally and with the public. This clear similarity, which means that other players could gain a lot from her way of getting ads and engagements, only shows how polished she is and how ready she is for the big stage. It definitely makes her even more famous than she was before.
Off-season, because this is always just one of those weird things where it's like, everybody like, oh, you know, she needs to be in the gym more, and like, oh, all of this stuff. And I'm like, I think she was in the gym too much last season. I think that's an actual like problem with last season. Is I think it was like, obviously she would have these photo shoots, but it's like you've heard the stories. It's like, oh, she's in New York for some like off the court thing, so she ends up bringing a trainer to New York and working out for hours in New York. And I'm like, realistically, it's okay to take a day off.
I'm sorry about that. I think it's because I was really paying attention.
But at the end of the day, you already see all of the NFL players are getting customized Caitlin Clark cleats. All the NBA players are wearing her sneakers already. Imagine when the CC logo ones come out, like the official Caitlin Clark logo ones. Like, yeah, it's gonna be. She's gonna sell more sneakers than anybody not named Michael Jordan. I'm telling you that right now. She's gonna sell more sneakers than LeBron. She's gonna sell more sneakers than Kobe, and I love the Kobe's. I love them Kobe's.
But here's something important. You can't say enough about how different college basketball is from professional basketball, especially when we talk about rest and fitness. Clark and other college players could often breeze through non-conference games as they got back into shape after a long 4-month break. As a whole, though, the WNBA is not the same thing. Great defenders like Ryan Howard or Natasha Cloud will constantly push you across the court, making it hard to play your way into shape. Because of this sharp rise in competition, her body needs to be even more ready. Even though she is doing a lot of exciting things off the court, it shows how important her training and rehabilitation plans are right now.
Everybody like, oh, you know, she needs to be in the gym more, and like, oh, all of this stuff. And I'm like, I think she was in the gym too much last season. I think that's an actual like problem with last season. Is I think it was like, obviously she would have these photo shoots, but it's like you've heard the stories. It's like, oh, she's in New York for some like off the court thing, so she ends up bringing a trainer to New York and working out for hours in New York. And I'm like, realistically, it's okay to take a day off. I think that's okay. Like, you don't have to do everything.
And to be honest, her money has already gone through the roof, even though she has a very busy routine. A lot of people think that Caitlin Clark has already made enough money to stop working. She could live in absolute luxury and make sure her kids and grandkids were safe and healthy. It's hard to understand how she was able to get such a huge amount of financial security so early in her career. In reality, it just shows how much she is worth on the market. It makes a point of showing that her viral ads and partnerships aren't just about being famous. They're about making a fortune that will last for generations, which is something that very few players ever do.
Yeah, it's gonna be. She's gonna sell more sneakers than anybody not named Michael Jordan. I'm telling you that right now. She's gonna sell more sneakers than LeBron. She's gonna sell more sneakers than Kobe, and I love the Kobe's. I love them Kobe's. I think Caitlin Clark is gonna outdo Kobe on the sneaker side with this drop when her sneakers come out. I'm telling you.
The core of everything she does. People in the audience describe the conversation as insightful and inspiring. One attendee said it best. It's so interesting.
Going through everything again, Clark has done way more than she could have imagined. Take a look. It seems that some big schools didn't recruit her enough, and she wasn't a sure thing to be on Team USA at first. So her current rise, this soaring rise, is nothing less than amazing. It's crazy to think that she could have seen herself becoming the famous person she is now. The whole story of how someone from humble beginnings became an overnight success. It just makes her story more inspiring and even unbelievable. Because of her pure skill, unwavering hard work, and amazing ability to connect with millions of people. She has become a viral sensation and a market leader.
Like in the guts of a year. Like we haven't seen a fully healthy Caitlin Clark since September 2024. That is 14 months ago. Was the last time we saw a fully healthy Caitlin Clark. And that was a player who was putting up a 27-point or 24-point triple-double against the Sparks. That's a player who went up 25. It was a 25-9 in game 2 against this Connecticut Sun and nearly willed them to victory. And through the first half, she scored or assisted on basically everything.
All eyes are now on her for her to get better and maybe make her start for Team USA. Fans have not seen a fully healthy Caitlin Clark in 14 months. The last time being most likely in September 2023. This player could get a 27-point triple-double against the Sparks or almost lead her team to win with 25.9 assists against the Sun. The thought of seeing her play 5-on-5 at that high level on the world stage without getting hurt is thrilling. Once she is fully better, the next chapter will bring out an even stronger form of this viral hit. Get ready to change even more records, so Caitlin's court ad is more than just a commercial. It is a statement about culture. As she moves through this storm of business activities, it makes it clear that she has an unlimited reach and an undeniable effect. All the loyalty of the fans and hard rehabilitation. Every little thing she does is watched closely, praised, and broken down. It just goes to show how her special mix of skill on the court and smarts off the court has changed the game forever. This moment that went viral is a powerful warning that Caitlin Clark's time isn't just over in basketball. It's about a steady, exciting, and amazing takeover of business, sports, and pop culture, making a whole new standard for what it means to be a global star.